Hey guys, so I went on this deployment and we were driving through this little village, and so we're in this meat truck, right? And we're driving through this tiny little road down this little road, and it was like there were like no lines or no no lanes, and you've got this big old meat truck that a bunch of us were kind of squeezed in, and you've got a bunch of people on the roads that were pedestrians. You got these little, I guess like little shops on the sides, and you got other cars and other, they're like little carts that were driven by bicycles. And everybody was just kind of like merging into each other. There wasn't any real order. So there wasn't like lanes. And so we were just kind of squeezing through. You got to drive real slow. So you've got your vehicle, and you got all these other little vehicles, little mopeds, and everybody was just kind of squeezing through, no order. And then you got pedestrians just kind of walking through, and it was kind of chaotic, right? So we're going there. We're all being careful because you don't know who's out there. So we're super alert. Everybody is, it's crowded, and you didn't feel very safe. You don't know who's behind you, so you got to make sure you're looking who's coming up beside you. You got to look in front of you. Everybody is just kind of getting by, coming up on your right, coming up on your left. Someone's right up behind you. Someone's braking hard in front of you. It's unnerving. And it's not a good feeling. So it's important in life when you're not deployed to have boundaries. Boundaries are important. When you're deployed, that's one thing. You prepare for that kind of stuff. You're in a whole different mentality, right? You train for that. When you're living in your day-to-day life, you're not at war. You're not getting paid to do that. You don't need to live like that. You shouldn't live like that. When you're going through trauma, that is kind of your training, right? When you're raised in that kind of environment, not war, but emotional turmoil. When you're a child living in chaos, you're kind of like living in that kind of survival mentality, right? Well, as an adult, when you go through stress and you have that kind of upbringing, stress can kind of trigger that. And it brings up those survival skills that you learned as a child. And so you kind of revert back, and you don't exactly manage your boundaries the way that you should in a healthy way. And so you kind of revert back, and you either have no boundaries because as a child your boundaries were non-existent because they were either violated or they were bargained with, or you didn't have any. Or you've learned to protect your boundaries in either very aggressively, and so you kind of not coward, you kind of carried that over into your adulthood. So as an adult now, you have to learn how to have healthy boundaries